I'm gonna make one more attempt at a randomizer seed, and if it doesn't go well, I'm basically gonna swear them off for a long time. Because I had, in the last 3 days, 3 or 4 dog shit seeds in a row, so I'm trying a completely different randomizer. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully this one doesn't make me want to leap a bridge. Using Cass's version of SMZ3 instead of regular SMZ3 is... it has a lot of the quality of life things that I would have wanted. Like, for example, the game's saving when you die. And being able to set early Morph Ball Bomb. Because I absolutely hate trying to go through any of these seeds without Morph Balls. Bombs. Outcast. Nice. Yeah, that's definitely one of my favorites as well. Ocarina is another one of my favorites as well, but I would say that the two are tied for me. Both are great in their own right. Really Book of Medora, that's nice. Yeah, I mean, I do enjoy, like, Tears of the Kingdom and whatnot. I do, like, find that I want to go back to, like, a more traditional Zelda. Like, it's not what I had in mind when yeah. Standard find a dungeon, map compass, big key, exactly. And get rid of the, like, if they had something that had, like, the world size of Tears of the Kingdom, but, like, you know, your traditional dungeons, that would be more ideal for me, I think. Like, sure, like, keep the physics and stuff like that, keep, like, the environmental interaction and stuff like that, but just give us traditional, like, dungeons, weapons that don't just break after, like, 10 uses. No fucking gimmicky, fucking bolting weapons together like Tears. I find that system to be really annoying. Leave me alone, you little bastard. Very persistent bee here. Wait, how many rubies do I have? Sure, I'll take a super missile. Yeah, if I find an item in the world that's like really nice, I want to be able to keep it, not have it break after a couple uses. I have a mod for tears that gets, not tears, breath, that gets rid of the weapon breaking, and I enjoy it more. This is SMZ3, or like their branch of it, which is like a combination of Zelda 3 and Super Metroid. So there's doorways in here that will actually lead into Super Metroid, and then I get like items that I can get there, and vice versa. It like connects the two worlds together. Yeah, it is. It's fun when it doesn't give you a complete dog shit like random seed. I made like 3 other attempts and it like wanted me to go through like Norfair with like 2 energy tanks. Which is extremely hard to do. Yeah. I mean, it technically is infinite, but yeah, you have to wait for it to recharge, which is annoying. Alright, game, how long are you gonna make me go without a sword? Okay, I got a couple options. I can go to Lost Woods and see what's in there, or I can go to... Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a far departure. And again, it's not a bad game in its own right, it's just not quite what I look for in a Zelda game. Where the weapons last about as long as their attention span. No, I don't mean to stereotype an entire generation. That's a good item to get early. One thing I always like to call, like, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom as, jokingly, like, as much as I do actually enjoy the games, I like to call them fucking, Legend of Ubisoft. Because that's exactly how they play. Let's go, go, go. Please be a sword. Nope, just a red rupee. Cadence of Hyrule. I know of it, haven't played it. Might have to check it out. Sucks not having a sword this early in the game. Ouch. That was like the crypt of the Necrodancer guys, right? We get down here. Red rupee. Oh, Moon Pearl. That's a really weird thing to get this early. Okay, that door is locked right now. So I'm gonna have to venture back here. Actually, there's one more thing I can grab. Power bomb right here. Small key for Misery Mire. Yeah, it's impressive. Oop, God damn it. Hey. Just try not to screw up my jumps here. There we go. Do believe this is where I want to go. As far as I know, they did this in assembly. Which is kind of ridiculous. There is a C++ compiler, not C++, other regular C compiler for this NAS. But I don't believe such a thing was used here. Oh yeah, I have to book my door, so I can actually do the Desert Temple right now. So let me head there. Well, after I check out Sarashella's hut there, or whatever you want to call it. Because there's 3 chests in there, and that could potentially have my sword. Also, I got a quality of life thing that allows you to switch items with L and R. Which is a nice little addition to this. Misery Mire. Well, these ain't Skull Woods this time. Bow. That's an interesting early weapon. At least I have some form of a weapon now. I should have put the sword on Uncle Assured. That way I could have gotten a decent weapon off the bat. Yeah, whatever. Man, I'll take an even tank. Yeah, I heard about that. That's cool. got a tracker up on my right-hand side that shows me what areas that I've got. It says there's 2 more chests in this area that I can grab with my current set of items. Oh, by the way, I am playing this on real hardware. One of the things that's kind of cool is that the cartridge that I'm playing this on has a USB port that I can connect into my computer, so it reads from an actual SNES into the tracker program. Just using a wireless controller to the system, and the system's on the other side of the room. Oh yeah, now, funny thing about the TV reflection, that's actually a fake shader effect that I did. Because I'm still piping this through a capture card, but I tried to make it look as realistic of a CRT as I could possibly make. Like, it's using a shadow mask on the retro tank, and then I apply a curvature shader plus a glass shader that takes my webcam feed and then adds the reflection. That took me so long to set up, but it looks good enough that I think it's worth it. Eastern Palace big chest. Do I have the big key for this? Do not. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a save quit. Let's go to the sanctuary. Yeah, one thing that I do is like it takes the webcam, clones it, applies a curve shader, glass, and like kind of how to explain it. Like it desaturates the colors and everything to try to make it look right. Because you know how like the phosphor like coating on the back of the glass of a CRT kind of doesn't reflect full color back at you. When the screen goes black, you can kind of see what I mean. And to make it even more realistic, there's a little bit of a chromatic aberration on it too, because it's never like a perfect reflection. Alright, where can I go now? I can go to the Ice Cave, and go to Hyrule Castle, or I could go to one of the caves in the desert. Which do you think I should do? I'd say fuck it, just try to complete most of the Hyrule Castle. That's early game material. Oh, I can either go to Hyrule Castle, I could go to the Ice Cave, or I could go to the Desert Palace. There's a cave there in the desert as well. I'm thinking to myself I might just try to finish Hyrule Castle here, as much of it as I can. Maybe I'll get lucky and find my sword in the castle. Not having your weapon makes you get crafty in how you fight. One arrow. Desert Palace key. Damn it. Come on, walk closer to the... There we go. This is getting hairy. I got one bomb. I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish off this guy. It's not enough. So I'm gonna save and quit. And try something else. Ice cave. If I can even make it there. Oh wait, there's a place where there's 5 chests. That is a good spot. Check it out. Oh, but I got nothing to fight the enemies in there. I did have a plan, then that plan got shot down, because I don't have the items necessary. Not having a weapon is really pissing me off right now. Also, let me just quickly fix something here. I just want to fix the autofocus on my camera because it's zooming in and out, in and out, and it's driving me nuts. Okay, what's my cams? Focus off, thank you. There we go. Okay. So from the looks of it, the only places I really have to go in Metroid are Brinstar and, like, parts of Criteria, but... Please have a sword down here. E-tank. I mean... I ain't gonna argue with more HP. Dark piece, but still nice to have. Got lots of energy tanks, so that's good shit. Make it easier for me to do the next area here. Yeah, the last siege was so fucking devoid of energy tanks. It was kind of ridiculous. So, welcome this. Alright, here we go. Drunken. Heard of it, I think? Oh, hello. Wearing a suit. Nice. Some damage resistance. Space jump. That's fun. Peace. I'll have to check it out. I don't think I have it on here, but I can definitely pick it up. Go. Container. I suppose on one hand it'll make it easier to survive difficult areas. On the other hand, it's still not a sword. You guys still there? Some reason my thing's just saying that, like, everybody just disappeared. Nice. There's that anti-soft lock that... Yeah, items that get North hair. Here. Oh. Yes. Give me that. Power glove. Fucking right. That is the stuff. Yeah, I could kill Aghanim if I wanted to. Holy shit, Titan's mint this early? It's some shit. And the thing is I got a moon pearl, so I can get to the dark world. and actually stay normal form. Ten arrows, but I'll take it. There's nothing else I can get down here. Better be something good in here. Thanks for the extra arrows. It's 2, 3, 4. God damn it. Need to fall. Alright, sir, what do you got for me? Oh, shield. Sword! There we go. I should have gone here earlier. At least now I'm kitted out. Not having any bombs is a bit of a problem, though. I'm going to Kakariko to buy some bombs. Hello, whoever just joined. Got a much nicer seat this time, though. I've seen Clock Tower, haven't played it, but I know about it. I know its music. Yeah, what's going on there, remote? psoriasis or something like that. Yeah, it only came to Europe initially, right? Or was it just Japan? Yes, PlayStation 1 was Clock Tower 2 for sure. That much I know. Speaking of the PSX, I do have a PSX and a couple games that I could definitely play on stream at some point. Last time I streamed, I played Symphony of the Night, which is one of my favorite Castlevania games. Also played a bit of Final Fantasy II, the Final Fantasy Origins collection. Nice game. This will be the last green light in A Link to the Past, so this better be a good item. Star boss. Oh, that's okay. It means I can fight Kraid now. So, that points house, yeah. I suck at rhythm games, so I'll probably be one of those people. I got a good ear for music, but I'm not good at rhythm games for some reason. Okay. Where do I gotta go next? Okay, below here there are 2 more items. No worries. Escape for Norfair. It's the second item. Not over yet. There. Is right there. I wish I knew why my YouTube relay it like double messages sometimes. It's a little weird. What is after the boss? Which I can't get yet unless I use yeah. Let me check something here. Super Missile Pink Bird Star. Yeah. Can't get that yet. Even though it says I can. Nope, went the wrong way. Back up, back up, back up. Trying to go this way. Stop playing like shit. There we go. So once I beat Kraid, I'll have access to one of the item rooms branching off of here. Yeah, I gotta flip as well. It's been a while. Great, Create, time to kick your ass. Like that, crate is down. Reserve tank and graphical corruption. Damn near completely ran out of places to go. There's 4 items in the Hyrule Castle I can get now. Thanks to a key that I found. So there's that. It's getting itchy. Alright. These are super missiles, damn it. Kinda curious, do I have Brinstar Boss? I do. For Castle Tower. There, yes. Time for me to head back to Zelda. Next up, Hyrule Castle. Now that I have a sword, I can actually fight the little mini boss there, and also get all the stuff in the dark area. Actually, maybe not, because I need to get a lantern. Well, one of these spots better have a fucking lantern then. So I'm gonna do a saving right here so I can fast travel. Yes. If you're familiar enough with the games where you know where to travel and whatnot, randomizers can be fairly fun. It's good to get one that you can customize a lot. Like this one here, SMZ3 Cast Edition. It lets you customize things a lot more than just the regular SMZ3. So, like, you could set some things to make it a little bit easier for yourself when you're, like, starting out, like, making it not require, like, tricks or glitches or anything like that. You can also set it so that you get, like, certain important key items out of the game. Shield upgrade. Interesting. Do I have a big key for Eastern Palace yet? I do not. Desert it is then. But yeah, that's another thing I can do. I can buy something from the Zora. If nothing comes up in the desert temple, I'm gonna... Desert Palace, or whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna head to the King Zora and see if they have anything useful. Something's gotta give here soon, because... like, there's not like anywhere else I can go, really. Fair level 2 just opened up. Mr. Zora, give me something good. That's the moon pearl on a Titan's Met that should technically let me get to the Dark World. Dark World is completely blacked out though, so that would imply that I can't get anywhere. I'm gonna make an attempt from the Thieves' Town side of things, because there's a giant iron stone or whatever that you can pick up there. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in Thieves' Town you can pick up. Dang it. Wrong path. What do you ever know? All he had was crap. Well, since Norfair is opened up, I could check that out. I am gonna go to the Sanctuary, though. I want to see if I can lift up that stone and get to the Dark World, because I can grab a couple of items off of Thieves' Town, then that'd be great. Yoink. Yeah, I knew it. I knew I could get to the Dark World. I think it thinks I'm out of logic right now. Okay, that's funny. Basically, the tracker thinks I shouldn't be here. Yeah, I think I sequence broke. Star level 1. Nice. Nice. The thing about this particular skin is the barrel alignment's all off. This way to where I want to go is this way. God damn it. I'm trying to use up my power bombs. You're forgetting that charging up anything while you have power bombs out causes you to use a special beam. Dark World is blacked out simply because it's expecting me to have the mirror, which I do not. Boss and number 2 key for Upper Norfair, so that means I can fight Crocomire. If that needs a speed booster though, how do I get in there then? Can't get it that way either. Save here. Figure this out. Oh wait, so number 2 door, that is unlocked, so should be able to go there this way. Upper Norfair, Lower Norfair, Norfair. ice rod. Yeah, it's a great generation of gaming. And it's what I grew up on, so... Do they want me to go? Yeah. Man, I miss having an arcade in my town. Used to play like Pac-Man and like Ms. Pac-Man. So I used to play a lot of Varth Operation Thunderstorm. What else? Soul Edge is another one I used to play a lot. What other arcade cabinets? Missile Command. Yeah, Neo Geo stuff was great. Metal Slug. Dolphin Blue, it's on there. Good one. Also made by SMK. So, like, Metal Slug blood that's in Dolphin Blue is very apparent. Nice. Not ready for that yet. Getting lost here. Missile bubble Narfare. I suppose there's still some stuff in bubble Narfare that I can get. It is pretty convincing, isn't it? Spent a lot of time studying how, like, CRTs, like, phosphor glow and everything works. And trying to mimic it all as close as possible. And the Retro Tank's Shadow Mask really helps a lot. Helps sell the effect. Programming for Void Point. Did a lot of, like, engine side code for... not graphics programming so much. Mainly, like back-end stuff in the engine. Like, for example, writing features for the scripting VM, or like fixing bugs, things like that. However, there is a project that I've done graphics programming for, and that's Terminal Fury, which is like a... It's not a Void Point project, it's just a solo project that I'm working on. But it's kind of like a port/remaster of Terminal Velocity, Fury 3, and Hellbender. Custom culling is pretty straightforward. It's just culling anything that is outside of like a FOV cone in front of you. Now, would I be able to tell you how to program it? Not necessarily. Well, I can program it. I'm not exactly a good teacher. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I understand the concepts and stuff like that, but to explain them to another person is like... It's very difficult for me. Like, if you want to know an example of something I worked on for Void Point, for like Ion Fury, I was the one who made it so that like the expansion pack in the main game can like slot together modularly. I wrote a feature that allows the scripting engine, or like the scripting VM, to append or prepend states in Duke. Step back there, Crocomire. This will be one of the most... This has to be one of the most brutal deaths in 16-bit history. Like, it's just gnarly. At least on the Super NES. I don't know about other consoles. It's more, obviously, more brutal deaths than other platforms, but... That'll always be memorable. Yeah, Old Blood definitely gets quite frantic. What I've played of it so far. Big key for Thieves Town. I'm running out of items to get. Oh. Just woke up to the fact that there's a bunch of stuff to get. Light to the Past. Dark World, anyway. I don't care what people said, I enjoyed Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus. Works out for you, man. Yeah, with time and practice, you'll get it. JavaScript is a kind of a shitty language to try to make a game in, though. That's a language meant for, like, web browser pages and stuff like that. Your best bet is just to get your hands on a copy of Visual Studio 2022 and find, like, a good, like, basic C tutorial or something like that. Okay, so if you're so you're familiar with web development then. So you'd have that familiarity with JavaScript and whatnot. React is the main. Okay. Yeah. Like, one caveat, of course, with doing, like, C is that you have to do your own manual memory management. In, like, C#, though, yeah, that C# is great. At least on that, you don't have to do any, like, manual memory management, but eventually you'll come to appreciate it. Where, like, you know exactly what your engine is doing under the hood as far as, like, what's happening to your memory and whatnot. Because with something like Java, JavaScript, all those things, is that eventually what can happen is, like, you could have a random memory leak and then not know why. You know what I mean? And yes, weak typing can really suck too. Apparently Stumpy is green, but I do not have... do not have the flute, so... yeah. Yes, true. Yeah. Yeah, and how did that go? Yeah. That sucks. Yeah, cunts trying to keep their job security, I'm guessing. Screw over the new guy so that they can keep on. Yep, coming to getting cheap labor. Yeah, for fuck's sake. Desert Palace, big key. Nice. Paramedic, that's a tough job, but I mean, you'll be helping people. One of my cousins is a paramedic. Nice. Yeah. Some people are fucking built different when it comes to that kind of stuff. Nice, mail upgrade. Yeah, that's definitely... It's not really easy to get the models and other assets from Nintendo games. Many people do it, but I just don't know. Not the most familiar with how. Alright, take care, man. Yeah, a lot of games are, for sure. One of these days I'd like to learn how to, like, decompile some Unity games, because some can be fairly easily decompiled. Like, there's one game that I really enjoy that I've been playing lately called Atlas, which is like a... I don't know if you ever played, like, Phantasy Star Online, like, back in the day, on, like, the Dreamcast or anything like that, but it's very, very similar to PSO, like the original, with a little bit of like Diablo like 2 influence. The art style and whatnot of the game is very obvious, like furry bait, but it's like really, really fun. It's a good game in its own right. What am I? Oh, I went to the wrong spot. The spot I'm trying to go is the next screen over. But yeah, it's one game I would like to see ported to the Switch eventually. Balance of Darkness, big key. Yeah, well, it's also a hard engine to optimize properly for. Man, I miss, like, Unreal Engine 3 and prior. Well, there are some great games made on the engine, but I won't give it. I won't knock it for that. I don't know if you ever heard of the game Pseudo Regalia, but it's a really good, like, Super Mario 64 style platformer made by a single developer, and it's made in Unreal Engine. It's for PC on Steam. But if you get a chance to check it out, it's good. There's like randomizers for Pseudo Regalia as well. Like it's a Metroidvania kind of style game. And the main developer, like he's very inspired by like the early N64 and like PlayStation aesthetic. Blueprints are cool for small little bits of code, I find, but man, the code can get really bad and messy very quickly if people are like making entire games with it. There's a meme about like Blueprint built games like running at like 10 frames per second. And like the Blueprint being like a fucking massive like web of like knots. Yeah, and it probably is a big reason why the game stutters so bad. Fortnite does not run well on my system, even though I have a pretty high tier rig. Just trying to make good progress through both games. Huh. Well, fuck Ferrari then. Galaxy Brain John Carmack wants to hack his car, then we'll be able to. Better be allowed to do it. Oh shit. Yeah. Plasma beam. Holy shit, that's a good item. Nice. I've been wanting to get my hands on the black book for that. Specifically for Doom. Well, that they are. everything I could in that place. Talking about like things like jQuery and all that. Skullwood's time. Oh boy. I'm vaguely familiar with some of the NPM nonsense. Yeah, that's the thing about NPM. Like, if a fucking package gets compromised, oh boy. Better clench your ass cheeks and hope something severe didn't happen, you know? That's one of those. I get nervous only using like 2 fucking NPM packages on my own fucking server, like, just because of that. Oh, kind of cool. Yeah, I'm gonna intentionally kill myself here. I hit save and continue and get out the door. There we go. Yeah. Well, I can kind of understand, like, why, like, it's just like, in the randomizer settings or whatever, you can pick all kinds of different skins. Like, for example, you can pick, like, Samus, Lucario, you can pick, like, all kinds of different versions of Link. Like, it's really customizable. You know what, since I have the gravity suit now... Going back into Metroid and take care of a couple things. What's this called? Super Metroid and Zelda Link to the Past Randomizer. Or SMZ3 for short. This is Cast's edition. I'll have to link it here. Just one second. There. Yeah, I was wondering why my PC was stuttering a bit. Turns out that my virus game was going. Alright. Focus. Area. I think I'm gonna end up getting a speed booster soon, because there's a item that I gotta get here that requires it. You can... Yeah, you can use it with Archipelago, which is a different type of thing that allows you to have it's basically multiplayer, where like you can have people in different games and you contribute items towards each other. So like, I could be playing Metroid or something like that, and somebody else could be playing fucking Doom or something like that, because there's a Archipelago Doom. And like, they could find the items for my game in theirs, and then I could find items in my game for them. So like, for example, like if I'm playing Metroid, I could suddenly find the super shotgun for Doom in Metroid and be like, okay, I picked it up, and then they have it. Like, there's like a server that allows you to transmit items to your friends. It's like stuff required to progress, like, so like keys to get to new areas, so on and so forth. I've played it a few times. I have a video on my YouTube channel of me playing Archipelago with Pseudo Regalia in Super Metroid. I was playing Pseudo Regalia and a friend of mine was playing Super Metroid. Starting to get pretty tired. East Coast here, so yeah. We're in totally different time zones. Yeah, know that feeling. That's what's going on with me right now. Severe insomnia. Would have gone to bed at midnight, but it's... what now? It's 4:50 a.m. Yeah, Nova Scotianer here. Yep. Nice. Yeah, I'll definitely have to grab it one of these times. I do. I have a Switch and I mod it myself. That one's kind of an interesting story, because I was kind of having a weird night where I was just kind of like... I got a mod chip for the Switch, but didn't bother to install it because I was afraid to damage my Switch. And I was going to get somebody else to install it, but I was feeling like particularly brave that night, and I was just like, alright, fuck it, let's just fucking go and get this Picofly installed. And I ripped open the Switch and got my soldering iron out. They said that you needed a microscope to do it, and I didn't do any of that. What I did, because I have really bad nerve shakes normally, so what I did is I just took a massive hit off of a THC vape. So basically I got stoned off my ass, just so that I could keep my hand still. And then once my nerves were calm enough that I could hold my hand, like, completely, like, still and level, I was just like, alright. Like, tap the little bit of solder onto the little tiny capacitor and whatnot that you have to solder it onto, and then did it a second time for the other one, and managed to do it. I was like, alright. I did have to make one extra attempt to get the solder to stick on one of the capacitors, but after that it was fine. I think that was probably the best soldering job I've ever done, because usually, like, I suck at it. Like, for example, I had another one of these, like, 8-bit Do controllers, and I accidentally ruined it because, but here's the thing. My other 8-bit Do controller, it, had a ballooned battery. Like, the battery was, like, completely fucked. It wasn't holding a charge anymore, the charging circuit was screwed up, and the battery was puffed up like a spicy pillow. And, I was gonna try to, like, solder a new battery on myself. But one thing that pisses me off is 8-bit Do decided to put a high melt solder on, like, the contacts. So you need it like a fucking, like, 500-degree fucking soldering iron. Not really that high, but a bit of an exaggeration, but you needed a really, really high temp in order to get the fucking thing to desolder. I didn't have the temp right, and it just caused the pads to melt off, which pissed me off. I don't understand why batteries need to be fucking soldered into things. Like, take the fucking second to put a fucking, like, plug. It just... Or, like, have a... at least, like, make it user serviceable by, like, making the temperature of the solder, like have it melt at a reasonable temperature is what I'm trying to say. Not require something fucking industrial just to fucking service it. Anyway, rant over. It's just, anyway, yeah, I'm kind of pissed that one of my good controllers is dead. And I had to shell out an extra, like, well, $45 that I didn't really have. Everything's disposable these days, and it just... God, pisses me off. Fuck planned obsolescence and all that shit, and everything being made to just fucking die, and then, oh yeah, just buy another one. As, like, a bunch of plastic and other precious metals and all that bullshit fucking rots in a landfill. Anyway. It's telling me that I can go all the way up to Upper Meridian. Oh yeah, actually I can. Hang on. I miss when stuff was built to last. The other day I was saying to my friend, like, it's like I don't normally wish anything ill on people, but like I hope whoever came up with the idea of planned obsolescence died of a fucking severely aggressive anal cancer. Like, just something that is as inhumane and painful as possible. Oh, I was so mad. Scalpers using bots to buy shit, that's another thing I fucking hate, yeah. I think one of the reasons why I was just so upset that my 8-bit controller like died is because it was a good controller, and this gonna replace it with the exact same kind. They are great, like in the sense that they are built tough, but the part that went was the one part that wasn't built tough. It was the fucking battery. Yeah. Yeah, I struggled with that whole bit of not being able to get GPUs. I now have a 5060 Ti, which is alright. But I'm still paying the fucking thing off because I had to get it on fucking loan because the prices got jacked up so much. Shouldn't have to fucking finance a GPU. Like, that's the first time I've had to do anything like that. I remember when GPUs were within, like, lower middle class, like, affordability ranges, like, when, like, a top-of-the-line GPU is maybe at most, like, $250. Yeah. Yeah, and it fucking drives me nuts. Yeah. Yeah, I'll never be able to fucking afford a laptop anymore. At least there's like Steam Deck. Steam Deck's actually not that bad of a price. Yeah. Yeah, I've been wanting to get a fucking RAM upgrade, but I can't because the prices are completely fucked right now. Partly because of a certain somebody's tariffs, and also because of just a bunch of other factors. Anyway. Yeah. Well, I've never ever bothered chasing 4K. I am more of a high refresh rate guy. Like right now, I'm running 1080p, 280 hertz, and honestly, I think I like that more than if I had decided to go for resolution. The extremely low latency of having a high refresh rate monitor, and also just the smooth coherence of motion goes a long way. The elimination of motion blur. Shadow of the Colossus, that's a good one. Neat. I'll have to check them out. Oh, I know where I'm going next. This is a place called Hype Cave that I'm going to go to here in Zelda. It has 5 chests in it, and it's a common place to get a lot of good items. Plus it's a nickname. So I'm gonna go there, and if I don't get what I want, I'm probably gonna take a break from SMZ3. It may be fire up a different game. Alright. Well, best of luck to you. Hope it goes well. Alright, take care. Nothing helps to know. I don't know a damn thing about Unity. I know it's supposed to be a really like beginner friendly engine though, so I might have to check it out at some point. Yeah, I kind of started a little bit weird. I kind of started from like the brutal, difficult stuff, like right off the beginning. Like we're talking like assembly language, and then C++. Is kind of how I got my start in programming. The main reason why I got into assembly language is because I was trying to reverse engineer a game that I really enjoy, Fury 3. And now that I have the source code to those games, I don't need the assembly knowledge, so I kind of forgot it all. I wouldn't be able to tell you fuck all about assembly anymore, which is kind of a shame because I used to be really good at it. Now I have like 0, just like from being able to fucking pick apart a program and like make new assembly in a hex editor to just nothing. That's how bad my memory is. I still have my project files from when I was doing it. So, I mean, I could probably get a refresher on it. The only thing left on my map is the Haunted Grove. And apparently there's 3 more chests I can get in Thieves' Town. Well, I'm about to call it here, and I'm just checking the closest spot to me. What do you have for me, Stumpy? Missiles. God damn it. Alright, see you around. Yeah, I'm gonna save it here. Take a break. Probably gonna kill the stream and then start up another one later. Take care.